This playthrough is rated E for everyone. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with a casual game. Something different from what I've been playing for quite a while, and I think it's been a while since I played a racer game, and just wanted something in between projects and stuff like that to run. It's a classic. It's Super Mario Kart, well, for the Super Nintendo, made in 1999 by Nintendo. Oh, this is a classic. This is the early days of growing up and having a Nintendo, and then getting the Ultra Super Nintendo, and it's called Super Nintendo, Ultra Nintendo. This is definitely a game from my childhood. You know, played all the races. Like, I think I maxed out all the cups. Played with my brothers and the people I knew nearby. You know, good summer days as we drove a kart. And I think today's little video is just going to be that. I don't know if I'll do all the races or just a couple. So we'll just kind of see how I'm feeling. This is just kind of a what's the word? Just kind of a low down game, toned down a bit, nothing too, stressful or anything. Well, I mean, unless we get to the 150 cc's, depending on I don't know. I'll just play it for a while and just kind of go from there. So we'll just go with standard on Mario Kart. You know, you pop in the machine, you choose a class, no big animations or anything like that. Just get to race. So let's do 50 cc's, one of the easiest since it's been a while. And yeah, this is before, there being like a million racers, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, or Toadstool as she's now known. When I grew up, she was Princess Peach, and, Princess Toadstool. Wait, hold on. She's Princess Peach now, but she used to be Princess Toadstool. Right. And she was Princess Toadstool, and we liked it. But, anyway, and then we got Yoshi, who is an animal that can ride and be ridden, but now he can ride a cart? That makes no sense. And Koopa, and just a standard Koopa Troopa, Toad, and DK for some reason, even though he's not technically part of the, well, I guess depending on how you look at it, he's not technically part of the Super Mario Brothers, universe when you think about it, because of, how those worlds are. Donkey Kong never pops up in those. He's from just the Mario Brothers games from the arcade, and he was a villain for, two of them, I think. Oh, wait, see, there's Mario. Let's see, actually, I think it was just called Donkey Kong, now that I think about it. He was the villain in that one. And then in the second game, interesting enough, you actually play his son, who you're trying to save him from Mario. Mario is actually the villain of the second one. And then the third game, you play as, I forgot his name now, something Sam or something like that. He just plays a guy who basically uses, one of those insect, guns against Donkey Kong in that one. But anyway, enough of that. Talking about that, we can let's play the game. Let's go with one of my favorites, Luigi. I know, I always found him to be the more interesting character out of everyone. Now let's go with the Mushroom Cup. That's pretty simple. I mean, at the beginning, obviously, Luigi didn't have really much of a character. I'm trying to remember when officially Luigi got his a good start already. Luckily this is 50 cc, so I can afford to make a few mistakes. Yeah, not much to the not much to the original game, folks. Really, it's pretty straightforward. But man, back as a kid, this was epic, man. Playing this for the first time, getting this I think, isn't this mode 7 or something like that? Uh-oh. Alright, it becomes funny enough how Mario turned on the red shell, automatically hits the next target. There's actually a pretty good way of getting a really good score, or really low time on this map if you're lucky enough to get actually I can technically do it now. If you can get a mushroom, which speeds you up, you could just skip through half the map right there. Obviously on 50 cc it's not a big deal. As you can see, I'm already lapping people. Let's see if we can set this. I forgot what the button was, if there is a button for looking behind you. Okay, it's triangle. Yeah, you can see that there's really no challenge for this beginning part. I mean, for those who've played this, obviously no. For those who haven't, well, there you go. And you can just hop here, but I guess with the mushroom it makes a lot more. But yeah, we beat that one pretty. I mean, the whole 50C is probably going to be just me wrecking the place, because, I mean, like I said, it's mainly for beginners and those who don't know how the course works. Obviously, there's people who've been, could probably beat this in less than a minute or whatever. Speedrunners or something like that. Yeah, this game goes off a point system for those who aren't aware, which means if you as long as you get enough points at the end, you could lose or do badly on a course and maybe still win, depending. Although usually in the higher CCs, that's kind of impossible to do just because of like how many points, like how certain racers will get scores, because it almost is dependent on the other racers, like randomizing their like how well they do. This is another map you could possibly, with it, got stuck in it. Possibly skip a decent size of the map if you have a mushroom or something like that. I don't know all the tricks of this game. It's been, actually, this is the first time of me playing this game in like, I'm trying to think how many years. It has definitely been a hot minute since I played one of these games, but that's the problem with like growing up and get old. You have to like forego some things that you did as a kid because you don't have the time, or you lose interest, or you just lose track of this stuff. Like, technically, I'm not even playing this on an original system anymore because I've long since lost that, which is sad. I kind of wish I'd kept all my consoles as a kid. You know, the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. See what else I have. Sega CD, PlayStation, PlayStation 2. I think I even had a Sega Game Gear at one point. Game Boy, Game Boy Advance. Let's see, what else I have? A DS, and I got 3DS. I think I might have had one or two of the variations. Here's one of the... Yeah, so you can skip a decent part there. It's more useful with the mushroom there. I'm trying to think what else. There might have been some systems in the middle I either skipped or gotten, I've forgotten. I never did, let's see, what else I have? A PS2, PS3, PS4, GameCube, N64, Nintendo Wii, Wii U. Interestingly enough, I still haven't bought the new Switch yet. That's been out, at least by the time of this recording, that's been out for quite a few years. I could easily afford it too. I know I'm not like, I've got money to spare. But you know, it's one of those things where you have a nice little change saved up for a rainy occasion, that type of thing. Under minute 50. Probably could have gotten a little bit faster, but yeah, I think I forgot at what point you pretty much are guaranteed to win. I think you have to win first place in the first 3 races, and then you're pretty much gravy for the rest of it. Like, you could do poorly. Obviously, in this case, we shouldn't anyway. Although, here's the haunted house. This is the first time where we have like areas where we could just straight up fall off the map. Probably could have gotten that. Here's I wonder if I can get out. Nope. That's one of the ways to. I think that's one of the first official like tricks to like get like on the map. Oh, this is how we're gonna do it, is with this feather here. I don't think they have the feather as much as anymore in later games. I think they got rid of that, but this is basically just lets you jump like super far. I guess you can't jump it without this. Never mind. I guess I was thinking you could like do it without that. Maybe you can if you like have a mushroom and you jump at the right time or something. But no, I'm not gonna risk it anymore just because I don't have the feather. And the reason I use the feather because I was just, I think like maybe within the same year or the year before that, they just introduced Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario World, I mean, and they had introduced the feather where Mario became Cape Mario instead of like the Tanuki like suit that they had done in 3. Have they brought the feather back later? I think they have, haven't they? They insert. Oh yeah, you could technically jump that and get that, block if you really wanted to. Yeah, you could easily if you could get lucky enough to either get the feathers or jump properly, you could easily like shave off like probably even beat this in under a minute if you're good enough with that. I bet. Yeah, I think this is the first map that has a clear indication of a. And I like at the bottom of the map it shows like the overall map, so you could see the secrets. So you're like, oh, you play it the first time, and then you're like, oh, what? Wait, I could have shaved off time somehow. So I mean, I guess I could have tried on 50 cc's. I guess I could have tried to keep trying to get that secret. Bowser's Castle, I believe this is what this is called. But yeah, anyway, when I did the trick and I forgot I was talking about the Switch. I do really want to get the Switch. There is a lot of games for it I really I like. Oh, by the way, usually with the I think this is the first map that has a speed boost thing on it too. I think that's supposed to set you up for like other maps or courses or whatever. Yeah, slowly adding new mechanics to each race. Oh yeah, the way I'm like, instead of shooting the shell forward, if I just pressed, I think in this case it's A. If you hold down the directional button down and then press the button, then you can lay the shell down instead. If not, I would just shoot it straight forward. If you get the red shell, it homes in on your next target. This is before they added like a lot of crazy abilities and powers to this. Ooh. I'm trying to remember. I think there is like a shortcut with this feather that I could do, but okay, I didn't get it. I think that's it. It's one of these where if you get the right item, you can just like skip like a nice chunk. I might have just jumped at the wrong time, but yeah, the feather. Interesting enough, yeah, the feather is kind of used mainly for skipping parts of the race. Like it's almost like the cheat item, which is weird that I got it, because usually if you're in first place, you tend to not get a lot of the nicer items. The randomization tends to not drop as well, because it's not as bad in this game, but in later games, like, because in this game you could at least maybe get like one of the nicer, like a mushroom or something like that, but in later games they started adding balancing system to the game, where basically if you were in first, you got like Jack and Coke at that point. Because they wanted to, like, I mean, who would continue with the race if they're doing so badly that there's no way to beat back from it? So they would give players in the back more of the nicer items to try and keep the race even. And I understand that. So it's one of those tough calls where you know, I don't know how I'd feel if I was doing so badly at a race, but I didn't want to spend another, like, 5 minutes playing the race knowing that I have no way of winning. It's almost like, well, this is pointless. I mean, there's a whole good sportsmanship to finish the race and legit, but yeah, it's a tough call. I think that with Nintendo, they kind of went a little overboard in some of the later races with that, though. I think, but I'm not a game designer. People still play the games. I think the last Mario Kart game, I think we got one more. Yeah, the final race, and yeah, similar to, I think this is Donut Race. Yeah, this map has a few extra like little areas you can do to skip if you've got a mushroom or if you jump properly. Because I could keep jumping and that helps. At least I always feel like maybe it's jumping over that cross block there. Because this one has a pretty. If you do it right, you could skip like a really decent chunk of the race. I'll see if I can try to do it again. See if that does it. I think it is supposed to be up here. Let me get to this. I think it's... No, maybe not. Okay. Maybe I need the feather for that one. Because there is a way to jump that. I've done it before. Or at least a long time ago. I'll admit, like I said, it's been a while since I played this game. I could have swore maybe it is the feather that you use it to jump that little bit. I could try it again. Nope. Yeah, I might lose. Well, even if I lose the races, I'm still gonna win. But yeah, I was hoping to. Yeah, I think I just need the feather. Oh, and every time the screen goes black like that, it's just to indicate that the someone is throwing stuff at you or trying to hit you. Oh yeah, the red shell. As far as I'm aware of, you can't shoot that behind you. Well, you can, but it just goes straight for the person in front of you, not behind you. So, oh well. All right, one more lap. And I never got that feather, so I could show off the trick there. Oh well. And you she keeps trying to hit me with eggs. No eggs. Too much cholesterol. Yeah, I think the last Mario Kart game I actually owned or played was, I think it was the Wii U one, or not Wii U, the Wii one, Double Dash, or no, that wasn't called Double Dash. Actually, I think it was just called Mario Kart Wii, or something like that. I've heard the later ones are pretty good too, but it's just a case of I don't buy as many games as I used to, so my collection is not as big as it used to be. I've stopped collecting games too. I tend not to. I only collect the games I think I know I'm going to replay again later on, which I guess the Mario Kart game is one of those. I think I do have Mario Kart Wii somewhere when I pull up my Wii every once in a while. But anyway, yeah, the best score you can get is a 45. And let's watch the ceremonies. And each character has their own, I think they have their own unique, we win animation. Yep, Luigi wins the gold. Great race. Aha! Yeah, unfortunately the gold cup looks kind of dinky, but yeah, that's it for the mushroom race. Oh, we got plenty of time. Man, that didn't take very long at all. Now let's do another 50cc, why not? There is a, yeah, we'll just stick with our main man, Luigi here. Let's do the flower race. Yeah, it keeps track of all this too, so, which, I think you have to get gold in all the races to unlock 150cc, if I recall. I think maybe this is called Donut Play. It's been a long time since I remember the race names and everything like that. I probably could have looked them up, but I'm trying to remember what the point of the coins is in this game. Oh yeah, and this is like one of the first tracks that has like obstacles, like as you can see. Well, I mean, there was obstacles before, but what I mean is like stuff that can make you skid and slip and stuff like that. The other in the Mushroom Cup, there wasn't really much like that. So now you got round plants on the side, and you got these like mud slots here. There's a couple places where you can try. Oh yeah, I guess I could have set that out. I'm trying to remember. I think coins prevent you from getting like knocked out or whatever. Like if like the racers bumped into me multiple times, you see multiple coins. I think if you're out of coins, you spin out, I believe. And so, obviously, when you spin out, you have to wait a while to... I don't think it's too long, but you do have to wait a minute to get back on track. And then get back in the race. Oh yeah, this race is fast. In terms of what I mean is, like, it just... I'm already at the... Although most of these races can be done in, like, a minute or so, so... It's usually only, like, the last races that take a little while, so... Let's see, what other consoles do I... Well, actually, I don't know if I really... let's see, I did have an Xbox, but I got rid of that. The original Xbox a while back. Have the Xbox 360. I have the one that doesn't do the Red Ring of Death. I haven't played that one in a while. I need to pop something in and give me an excuse. I think I have a pretty good idea of what, but I'll save that for later. Let's see, I own a PSP, which none of the batteries work anymore, so if I want to use them, I have to... Oh, here's the Ghost House again, but a different version of the Ghost House. I don't think there's a... I'm trying to remember, I don't think there's a really good, like, other than having the feather to, like, jump over gaps and stuff like that, I don't think there's an obvious, like, shortcut in this one, if I recall. There are, like, some secret boosters you can get with this one, which gives you... Actually, no, maybe that's it. Where you can boost and you can skip a decent chunk if you do it right. Yeah, I think so. I think if you face a specific, like as soon as you jump, you face the right. I think you can skip like a section or something like that. It was maybe there was a different map. Because as I was seeing it, I'm like, no, I couldn't do anything with that. Yeah, for some reason there's that little gap on it. Oops. Well, I mean, you're gonna spin out even if you hit an item, but you know what I mean. Oh. Anyway, Yoshi's Yoshi's not being a very cool friend. You might have to suffer. You might have to sleep with the fishes later, if you know what I mean. I think that's one of Yoshi's unique items that you can get from the item blocks is I missed the boost again. Now you can tell, I guess, at certain points you'll tell when I start getting more and more trouble. Oh yeah, there's a couple of item blocks past where we just saw there, just you need a little bit extra, but you don't really need anything like that unless you're, oops, ow! Yoshi's probably gonna win. Nuts. Ah, man! Oh well. I didn't have to win. Wow, I'm surprised that happened on a 50cc. Oh well. Like I said, it's, winning the first race, sorry. Although, I think Yoshi's been following me behind, right? So I have to be very careful about losing the others, otherwise Yoshi might catch up to me. Yeah, usually on 50cc's, I usually don't... That usually doesn't happen, but like I said, it's been forever since I played this, so... let's see, yeah, PSP without a battery. Yeah, I haven't really tried to find a battery to work, because really, I mean, I'm not bringing the PSP with me to like work or anything like that. So it's just like, yeah, whatever. I'll just keep it plugged in because it can work as long as I keep the system plugged in. I think the last time I played that was when I did was it? I think it was Panties Dude. I think it was the second printing game. I think. Yeah, because I'd played Dark Death Evil Man like a long time before that. It's been a while. I'll have to see if there's something in my PSP collection, which I don't have. Unfortunately, the PSP, even though I have it, I only have like 12 games for it or something like that. Same with the Vita. Although I never actually bought the Vita, which is the next system they made for the portable for Sony. I have like, oh yeah, this map. The only thing on this one is the Monty Moles. They can jump on you and slow you down. That's the big, other than obviously being a smaller map, obviously, in terms of where you can actually drive. They'll just grab onto you and slow you down, so that can be kind of annoying if you run into them. Yeah, the Vita, I only have like, and I don't even actually have an official Vita. I have like I think it's called the Vita TV or something like that, where it's just an accessory you plug in. You connect like a PS4 controller to it, and you just plug the game into the, well, I guess you plug the game, you put the game into it, and then boom, there you go. I think I only have like 2 or 3 games for that thing. It's like a Persona 4 Gold, which now I can buy on PC, so it almost makes that game irrelevant. Yeah, I think you can buy it on like Steam or something like that now. I have Tales of Heart R, which I still haven't finished. I was like halfway through that game, and then I stopped playing it for some reason. That one was interesting because it was like one of the few Tales games that didn't have English voice in it, because I guess because of the game itself, or they didn't believe it would sell well, so they didn't put the effort into it. Because all the other Tales of games have had English voice acting, but that was the only one that had Japanese voice acting only, which was fine. I don't mind Japanese games. I mean, heck, I played the Yakuza series, and that, except for the very first one they released on the PS2, all the later ones have been strictly in Japanese language, other than obviously subtitles. Those are fun games. I need to record. I actually tried recording one of those like years ago, but Sega at the time was on a big, huge copyright strike, and I don't mind having my channel get struck, but they did, claim. I don't mind it getting claimed, but they were copyright like striking, which means, you know, the whole three times you're out. So, which the first encounter you could see if that was a binary domain, I think it was, which I need to go back and either find the old files or replay that game again, because I did beat the game, but Sega did Sega kept like striking my channel, and I kept trying to like find ways to like still keep it recorded while having the video, but no, I was out of luck on that one. Yeah, this is one of the first maps where you have like different directions to go, but still go to the same result. And yeah, there was that one area where I could have, if I had a feather, I could have skipped a good deal of the map, but I haven't been getting feathers recently. I haven't been getting a very good drop. I could wait to see what it gives me naturally, because I've just been pressing the button to get it instantly, when I could have just waited to see what I'd get. But 9 times out of 10, I bet it was just going to be nothing. But oh yeah, if you've noticed on the item plate blocks that they give, they don't replenish. So I think it's because the levels are so short. There's really no reason to. Oh yeah, I said I was going to wait and see what the game was going to give me, and I just pressed it out of habit. And you go back and beat Tails R. It's some dang it, I left my hand up. Yoshi just like, man, I cannot let up for a moment, because Yoshi's actually like I think we're tied actually, so I can't let him. Yeah, that's the problem with like some of these games, is that like the idea is that like if different people are racing, then there might be different scores. You could lose some and be like, oh well, you know, I can save the flub, but in this case, no, Yoshi's like always going to be. Seems like I think he's always second, so you have to be careful. And I haven't gotten lucky with any of the drops that give me a feather, so I can't like skip like a good deal of the track to get to that point. I've thought about recording a Tales of game, but those are, well, RPGs are definitely one of those endeavors you kind of have to be prepared for. You can't do what I normally do, which is like, I wouldn't say I don't try on some of these, but I don't do as much I do enough research on some RPGs more than I would a normal game I pop in, but for the most part, I try to play the game as if I haven't played it in. Ooh, sorry for a bit of stuffed nose. Yay, we won! Now Yoshi won't take the crown from me, hopefully. And of course, he gets second, as you can see there. Of course, Princess Peach, the character, can get second to like reduce the stress a little bit. But yeah, with an RPG, you really have to... I wouldn't say you have to do like a ton of research, but you need to at least be generally aware of what you're doing or what you're going to do. Otherwise, you're going to have whole episodes of like nothing or just an hour talking and no action or whatever, which can work in some videos, but you have to be kind of prepared for what you're going to do. I kind of already did something like that with like Kudelka. I thought I did an okay job with it. I think there were a few areas where maybe it could have been a bit more efficient or with recording, but I tried. I thought I got down pretty well the idea of the final map on the main road again, Green Hill or whatever. It's not Green Hill. That's Sonic. I don't think this map has any obvious. I mean, other than the feather, obviously. But what else looks? There probably are some spots here without a feather you could probably work on, but for the most part, it is the feather. Really is the trick. Oh, there it is, right there. It's you can just drive right straight through. I don't know. I'll just I missed the boost. I'll try to do it next time I come around. Oh, really? Come on, man. Oh no. I'll try to. It's not here. Is it the next one? That's here. Yep. Okay. Yep. So you can just go straight through the hole there. There we go. Oh, come on, man! At least you bumped into me, and I think I hit him. Yep, I hit him with the... I guess I could have pressed the triangle to see if I was actually going to guarantee hitting him, but I was just kind of doing it because I wanted to focus on the actual race. If everything goes right, we might maybe... Yeah, I just got to jump, which I guess slows you down a little bit, but... I just tend to, which is weird. Yoshi's the one who's like really setting items. I did see Bowser try to throw a fireball, which that's his unique. I'm trying to remember if the Mario Brothers have any unique items. I don't think they do. I think they just. Oh no! Actually, I think maybe it is a feather. I'm not sure. It's been forever since I played the other. It's been forever since I played the other characters, so. Because I thought most, like a lot of the characters had a unique item, like strictly within them. Like I said, Yoshi with the egg and Bowser with his fire. I think Donkey Kong gets a unique banana. I think when he gets it, I believe. Missing a boost. It's not that hard to hit either. It's not like this game's. Oh, he almost got ahead of me too. But haha. We win, Yoshi. We win the gold. Wasn't it Yoshi and Mario that were second and third last time I played too? Huh. You'd think it would change it up a bit and make some of the other characters like the winners. I've heard Yoshi's a pretty solid choice in like all the Mario Kart games because of his general speed overall. I've heard Toad's a popular pick too because of it. He can, like Yoshi can get pretty, get good acceleration, but I think Toad has good like easy start and constant speed, if I recall. But that might change depending on the race. Yeah, once again, gold. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, unfortunately. Oh well. I think that was the same results when I did the Mushroom Cup. Huh. Great race. Okay, let's we still got some time. Let's at least do the final. Yeah, we'll keep sticking with Luigi. We'll stick with it, and we'll do the Star Cup race this time. Yeah, I thought I did a decent job with Kudelka. It wasn't perfect. I think I could have. I think I should have really tried to do like either like an alternate file where I showed off getting all the super rare items in the game that required you to like. Oh yeah, the tough thing about this race is the constant water, so you're always slowed down, so you have to kind of take advantage of your jumping ability. Um, but yeah, there was a, like, in that game, there was a thing where you could, like, if you get to a certain bit of the story at a certain point, you would, you could get, like, a rare item that would help you in your journey. You had to beat the game pretty quickly, so you couldn't, like, you couldn't do a lot of, grinding and stuff like that. You kind of had to beat the game at lower levels, or you had to be efficient at your grinding. I guess maybe that'd be the word I'd use. Maybe one day I'll try to do a video about that, where I show off the items or something like that. I don't know. There's probably people who showed that off. I don't know. It's kind of weird how I like playing a game, but when it comes to like a lot of the extra content, like sometimes I just don't want to mess with it. And nothing against the game. I'm just like, but I've already played the game, you know, that type of thing. I think it's the same results too. I think it's Yoshi in second and Mario in third. I wonder if that's just based on who you choose, or if that's actually that might be based off the players, or just the player types and stuff like that. Anyway, what was I gonna say? But yeah, like I don't know. I'll 100% a game, but recording it sometimes can be a bit of a chore to do. I don't know. It really depends on the game. I'm trying to remember the last game I really put the effort to try and find like everything on screen. That I didn't just say, "Oh, I did this." Oh, here's the planes again, and yeah, another kind of skip. The only problem with doing it here is that the donut plates is a bit rougher when it comes to like racing, so like even when I was jumping, you could see that my I was like really going really slow through the I don't know what you would call it, the gravel or whatever. See, like I shaved off some time, but it wasn't. I think that was my banana I hit actually, because unfortunately you can hit your own bananas. We ain't got no bananas. Doo-doo. I'm really trying to think the last game I really like tried to find everything just to show it off. And I wouldn't count. Oh, finally got a mushroom. I might just save that for when I cross that gap again at the next race, just so I can actually shave off a decent amount of time with that. And of course I run into the. Oh, and then I hit that. Oh man, I ruined it. You blew it. Pretty much. At least Yoshi's getting hit by something every once in a while. I'm really trying to remember. I mean, I don't really count Front Mission as that, even though I played all the paths, because I don't think, especially the first time I played that game, I kind of did a pretty poor job during the Emma campaign, like showing off how to get like platinum wins and stuff like that. When I did the illicit campaign, I did a much better job of like, I didn't show getting the platinums on screen for all of them, because some of them are a bit of a crapshoot just because of the way the mechanics work in that, but I at least tried a bit more, so I guess you could say that was an improvement. But I didn't show everything in the game. Although I did show a lot of the paths during the Emma story plot, or the USN campaign, whichever you want to say. I don't count the VN, the visual novels, the few of the visual novels I've done as being complete as well, which the one I'm surprised I did complete it. I think it's because I suffered from the sunken cost fallacy on that one, was the because I invested so much time in it, Our World Is Ended, that I had to like show off all the endings, and I got really frustrated. Well, frustrated is the word. Maybe it was tired? I don't know. There was just something about the story. I just got kind of sick of it after a while. I was just like, are we almost done with this? Like, I didn't like any of the characters. I didn't like the love interests. You know, it was supposed to be like so over the top silly that you're. Oh yeah, this. Well, obviously being an ice map, you're obviously gonna be slipping and sliding, and yeah, those little like white blocks or ice blocks, which will push you back. So you have to be careful about that. Yeah, just more obstacles. That's why this is the final track. Is the. I think you can actually fall into that water too, so you have to get pulled out by Lakitu there. Let's see what else. Sorry, I was trying to think of it. But yeah, Our World is in it. I have no idea why I finished that 100% of the way I did. Like I said, I just wanted it done, and I'm glad I never had to go back to it. But yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if I said this in the final when I talked about the ending of the game. I think I mentioned as much as like the game had so many like spelling errors, and a lot of the characters were annoying, and obviously it was filled with like a lot of Japanese storytelling tropes, which are definitely a hit or miss with me, because you've seen them so many times, and at some point you go like, oh, here's where the guy purrs on the girl, and here's where, you know, this and this, you know, and you're like, you know, and sometimes you get tired of it. I'm not saying Western media is much better, we've seen it, but I don't know, just, but anyway, I finished it, I'm done with it. Yeah, I think there's much better than Koopa's Castle again, by the way. I do like the Koopa's Castle music. It makes it sound like something urgent, like we're in. Oh, I missed the boost. Oh yeah, this one's got a weird, like, other than the obvious dangers of Bowser's Capsule, it's got like a lot of like dividers, separators, and stuff like that. And obviously the swamps being dangerous, because as you saw in that one little bit, is that you could possibly get stuck behind some swamps if you aren't fast enough or just unlucky. Ah, come on, Yoshi. Thanks. Yeah, see this part there. Oh yeah, no! I might have gotten hit by my own shell. Oh man, I might lose this one. Yeah, maybe next time I do an RPG, I'll try to be a bit more efficient at it, or maybe do some play testing. Because I try not to play test stuff. Like some people will play a game like multiple times through before they record it, just to make sure they've shown everything and how they're going to do the play. But like I said, I want to almost play the game as if it's me playing it again for the first time after so many. Oh yeah, I forgot I had a mushroom. I thought I had a shell for some reason. Man, I didn't realize how far you could throw those, like, I didn't realize how far you could throw those eggs, dude. Scrambled eggs. Yeah, this one's a bit different from the previous ones. Oh, we're almost done with it, though. But like I said, I kind of like going into a game like first impression, so I can like generally be surprised and all this other stuff when things happen, because then you're like, oh man, like, oh, I didn't see that coming, or I haven't seen that coming in a long time, or whatever. But with RPGs, you kind of have to, you know, like I said, you have to almost just be prepared. Otherwise, you're going to have a very boring experience if you just got to run around. It's like trying to record a open world RPG or an open world game like Skyrim or something like that. Do you really want to, like, with how big those games are, do you really want to just have multiple episodes of you like doing nothing and just like exploring the woods and hoping you'll run across something, you know? And again, people make Grand Theft Auto videos about just blowing stuff up and people like those, so I don't know. I guess it depends on your audience. Which I don't even know what type of... I mean, obviously I'm, in the grand scheme of things, I'm like this like dinky little YouTube fish, which I never intended it to be anything more than that, really. I mean, if I got lucky somehow and like my videos blew up, I'd be like, oh, that's awesome. But I think that's a spot you can jump across. Well, obviously with the feather, but which I haven't even been getting the feather really recently. But yeah, like if all of a sudden my videos blew up and they got super popular, I mean that'd be cool. But I never designed. Oh, here's the section to speed up. Is that right there? But it was always intended to be like a hobby where almost the reasoning was almost to kind of record me playing these things for like posterity. I think I've said this in another video before, where, you know, just to kind of remind myself of what, I mean, even though I generally remember what I play, but, you know, like, you just kind of like, oh yeah, I did do that so many years ago. Man, look at that. There's video to prove it, or something like that, you know? Even though the bad thing about putting all this on this platform without backing it up, because I've only backed up so many videos in my thing, because I can't really afford to keep buying hard drives just to store this video. I mean, I probably should, but I basically only back up the stuff I kind of care to save. A lot of my like a lot of the like one-time like videos, I don't back up those. even though there's ways to do it without using the hard drive space, like the cloud services, but you have to pay for those most times anyway. But yeah, the bad thing about putting all your eggs in like one basket is like, what if one day the place either shuts down or gets hacked or whatever, or your channel gets nuked for some stupid reason, which has happened to quite a few people before, where they'll just have videos, and then all of a sudden this like big corporation will just come in and just nuke their videos, and it'll be automated. Like most times they won't. A lot of those big companies don't don't pick each individual video. They usually use like a engine or whatever or program that just picks out like videos to do A, B, and C, and then they'll just auto flag them and be danged for all the channel did or whatever. So of course the corporation get all the big options and power. All the little fish, unless you're already big enough to begin with, kind of just get the hose. Anyway, that's it for the Star Road. So yay, we won. We get the gold. We are the best racer ever. But I'll keep and I think we'll call it here. Weirdly my voice has started to go, which is weird. I've done hour videos before, but for some reason my throat's a little rough right now. I don't know why. Yep, it's the same group. It's Yoshi in second and Mario in third. So way to change up the flow, guys. Oh well, that's fine. But yeah, we did the Star Road and beat all of them, and we can show our accomplishments for beating something that even a child could beat. Oh well. Yeah, well, I lost in that one race, so you know, it means I'm not perfect at this game. And then we could just keep playing, go to 100 cc's. I think you have to get gold in all 100 cc's. I don't think you have to do perfect on all these. I think it just has to be 100 cc's, but that'll launch the 150 cc, and that's where it gets like really tough, where you have to actually... You do all the races, and the tracks are the same. It's just the racers themselves are more competent, and they go faster, so you actually have to make less mistakes to win those cc's. I might leave it here. I may another day just come back and just do, keep the save file and do 100 cc's next time around. And then after unlocking that, maybe down the line, do another just one-time video where I do 150 cc's. So that might be worth it. But well, I hope you all enjoyed this little just simple, easy racing, episode. Talking about just random stuff about what's been going on, and I'll keep doing this for as long as I find interest in doing this as a hobby and backing up my gameplay. So, which might still be quite a while down the line, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Well, I already said that, but anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.